All right, everyone. Today's meeting is going to be about how to send in your samples to the mixers and masters. And I'm going to ask Marty to present. Let me share my screen since he put this together.
He's put me on the spot again. All right. All right.
I do it every week. It shouldn't be anything new.
Oh, let me see here.
What's going on?
I'm also gonna go through and get anybody else's input and feedback on that. All right. So sending in your samples when you record a track, please record it in mono. Please don't try to do stereo. If you're doing this from afar and not in a studio, please try to do this in your room, quiet place, small room. Usually you want things padded around you to not get any of that feedback, unless that's what you're looking for. I'm just going to skip down to piano can be adjusted in stereo. It does give great vibes. If the keys are tuned, it still can be done. And I'm not sure what I meant by that. If the keys need tuned, okay, I get that. So, okay, if you're sending in the piano in stereo, but things need to be tuned a little bit in Melodyne, per se. A little bit adjusted. Maybe something's off, sounding different. It can be tuned up a little bit or tuned down. Pitch corrected. So sending in things in stereo doesn't necessarily mean that we can't fix it. It does mean that we're going to see a whole bunch of different things, though, going on. And when you send your vocals in, we really don't want to see that. We want to just see a really clean, dry vocal track. And if you put it into stereo, it kind of doubles things up. Let's go to doubling your tracks. Stack them. I'm having a hard time reading this.
Want me to make it bigger?
Yes, please.
Getting old. There you go.
All right. Let's say you record your vocals and you want left and right sound as well as center. Then record 3 versions of your vocals in mono and send those tracks in. Guitar always sounds good when it's doubled up. It's really great. Same pattern, same chords, just doubled. Not stereo, both mono. Again, keep them in mono. Make notes on how you might want certain things to sound. If you don't do this, then you're leaving it up to the producer to decide how each part will sound. Reverbs, echoes, all of that. Usually in the mastering process, it's kind of pretty much the producer's job to say, hey, this is what we're going to do. If it gets passed back down to the artist is going to be like, I don't like that or that. And they can go, okay, yeah, we can take that down a little bit. BPM and timing. BPM is beats per minute. Timing. We want to make sure that we're sending in tracks that are on time. So let's open up BPM and timing. Make sure to know the BPM of your track. If you save with BPM on your track, which most DAWs should be able to let you do that, then it should load on the producer side as well. Sometimes it won't if you don't have that as something that's saved in. So you have to let the producer know what the beats per minute is so that they can input that into their program. Make sure that you're on time with the BPM. You don't have to be perfect, but close enough to be on time so that the producer doesn't have to stretch things out too much or mix things. With your vocals being stretched, it's going to sound kind of funny. But if that's what gets your vocals on time, then I would say that when you send your vocals in, that the producer should say, hey, this is off time, and give you a sample of what it sounds like when it's stretched out. And then you can just take, let's say the chorus, you hear something that you like, and you take that and you resample that to the next chorus and the next chorus, like keeping them consistently the same. There's a lot of songs that do this. Sometimes choruses have different sounds, but usually in today's age, they all sound identical because they are identical. They're just copy, paste, copy, paste. So you got to really work closely together with the producer when it comes to if he does or she does stretch your vocals out. Sending in stereo. If you send in stereo, it can be mixed down to a mono track, so don't worry about that. It can be done. But it can cut out some very important parts to your vocal sound. Because if you send in stereo and then things get corrected little bits here and there, there are some, I don't know, we call it dissonant sounds. Some little tiny sounds here and there that can be taken out, and it might not have a big impact to it, but sometimes it sounds a little bit robotic when it's corrected. Drums, they're never to be sent in stereo or full mono. So we're not going to send in our one drum track, right, in just stereo. Or we're not going to send in all the drums in mono. It's going to sound very dull. You're not going to be able to like present that to the left ear, to the right ear, to the center. We want to send those in as, and hopefully a lot of people know this, but send that in stacks. So we have like the snare, and you got your different microphones going on. So just send in all your little samples like that, and then those can be adjusted. Sending all the drums in one mono track or stereo track will not sit right in the mix. Sending in each drum track for each microphone in mono will do the trick. Timestamps. Remember to set all tracks to a certain timestamp so that the producer knows where you mix. If the tracks are sent in at all different timestamps over here, over there, the producer has to figure out where all these parts fit, where they go. It's like a puzzle that the producer doesn't know. Only you know. So now the producer has to contact you and say, hey, where does this part go? Where does that part go? So really it's important to make sure that from 0 to 3 minutes, you have everything put exactly where they need to be. And all these tracks that you're sending down, when you send them over, they're going to line right back up to where the producer can go, okay, I know where everything goes. It's already lined up and ready to go. Send dry tracks. This means no delay, no reverb. If you have reverb or delay sound in mind, please make sure the producer knows. So you're going to, again, go back to the make notes on how you want certain things to sound. If you send in something that is reverb, we can take that reverb out and try to resample that with some different reverb. And that might take the natural voice of the human away again. It can be done, but sending in as dry as you can and then telling the producer, hey, I want this, reverb, or maybe just a lot of reverb. Just go all out on reverb or echo or delay. So work closely with the producer on that one. Don't EQ your own stuff before you're sending in your tracks, because then it's pointless. The producer's then going to go and re-EQ everything you just did, and now it's more hard for the producer because he's not hearing the original. What's happening is you just EQ'd it, you think it sounds great, and the producer's going to go in and the producer's going to EQ it to the rest of the track, making sure, hey, this sounds good. These are really nice vocal stacks. And what's going on here? This is weird. I got to pull this down over here. Well, it's because you just pushed that up in the vocals, and you're getting a little bit more bassy. And the producer's wondering why this is happening. So the producer's going to go, "Is your mic okay?" You know? So just don't EQ your stuff before you're sending in your tracks, so that the producer has a sense of what your true mic sounds like and how to naturally set your, let's say, preset. Maybe the producer has a preset for your voice. And if you start to tamper with the EQ, then the producer has to go back in and change a whole bunch of things up. And that takes more time and more money. So save things to WAV, not MP3. You can save things to MP3, but you won't get the best results. The job can still be done, but it won't be top quality. You want really good quality? Send it through WAV.
Why is that? Because it's not compressed?
Because it's not compressed. You get, well, everything in this world is kind of a little bit compressed, you know. WAV is compressed, everything's compressed. But you're getting the best quality that you can get through sample rate.
Full fidelity then?
Yeah.
Okay.
CD quality, isn't it? I think 44 kilohertz, so full bandwidth, basically.
Yeah. And I'm going to now hand it over to the rest of the group to add anything into that, if anybody knows anything that I missed.
Excellent tips. Really good, Marty. It's really comprehensive.
Yes.
Really good suggestions in there.
Thank you.
Yeah. Great job, Martin.
So
Yeah, how about the drums? Yes.
So Marty, why don't you introduce John real quick, because he's new to this. So I forgot to do that in the beginning. Sorry about that, John.
Oh, no worries.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man of the hour, John.
Nice to meet you,
everybody.
John.
This is John, and I met him through Discord, and he's really great at what he does. He does production and makes really cool stuff. So I'm gonna let him talk, and yeah.
Well, good morning, everybody. I house myself now in Florida. I originally started my music career some 40 years ago. I am a producer, which encompasses many different facets. Live music was one area in which I produced. Of course, recording studio production as well. Made records, you name it. I've done just about every facet there has been. And my most recent projects was that I was an owner of a live theater in Branson, Missouri, which is smack dab in the middle of the U.S. And which I don't know where some of you are, but if you're UK, you probably know that the tribute bands have become, in the last 10 years, have become really a popular commodity in the music world. And so that's what I based my business around, which was a tribute theater. And we produced shows that were, that were primarily those, that type of concept. We did the Eagles, we did Creedence Clearwater Revival, we did Journey, we did a Leonard Skinner, and we would have specialty phases that would run months at a time of some of the other bands that are out there. So that's kind of my most recent experiences having to do with the music production. And before that, I was what you call a single sit down type producer. I would take in projects and produce for people, do exactly what Marty's telling you. And all this information is great information for a guy like me to receive. So these everything that's on this list is perfect for for a guy like me to receive all this in exactly the way he's talking about it. You can go deeper in the explanations of a lot of things and on the why, but it's really not important if you're an artist and you're a singer or a musician. Sometimes you can overthink the why part of it. It's just, in my opinion, if you just kind of take the, like for instance, the dry signal is, you may not understand why you need to send it, send it dry, but trust me when I say that that is a good thing to do, because on the end product, you do want to be able to add and take away things as best you can, depending on an overall mix. So that's a good thing. But anyway, back to my background. I had that business in Branson for a number of years. I was working with that particular genre of product for about the last 15 years. And 11 of those 15 years, I actually leased out my own building, hired my own musicians, and produced my own shows. And that ran for about, like I said, 11 years until COVID hit. And I don't know about you, but I didn't like the thought of having to pay about $18,000 a month to support something that was not going to allow people to gather. So we decided to, at my age, by the way, I'm 63, and I decided that at that time the best thing for me to do was to kind of take the money and run. And so I took my life savings, and we bought a home in Florida, which is where I now reside. And I built me a facility that you see behind me here. And I'm just kind of getting my feet wet in the online life, and with YouTube channeling and getting online and kind of plugging into the people who might need services that I offer and things like that. So in that's where I kind of ran into Marty. He was in a mutual server on Discord, and we just kind of struck up a conversation and worked together on a couple of projects and back and forth. And that's kind of how I ended up here. And then he asked me if I would be interested in exploring getting involved in You Fine Folks. So that's why I'm here.
Great. Welcome.
Yep.
Oh, yes. Welcome indeed.
Great, welcome. Yeah,
Welcome,
nice to hear
John.
from you.
Yep.
Hi from Italy.
Oh, Italy. Okay. Very cool.
Yeah, we have Fabrizio, Nicoletta.
Yeah, that's my daughter's name. Yeah, one of my daughter's names.
Yeah.
He's from Milan. We have Kevin from the UK.
Hi, how's it going?
Hi, Kevin.
You know Marty. Glennis is my
Hi.
wife.
Okay.
And
Oh,
we're both in New Jersey.
Okay. Very cool. But, long story short, I'm just I really love, I will always be involved in music on some level until I leave this planet. So, and I just enjoy that life. I want for nothing. I'm pretty spoiled. I've got a lot of great toys, and that's kind of where I'm at. So I'm looking forward to, interacting more and kind of seeing what's out there, and not just in this, but other bubbles of online people and things like that. So,
Yeah,
and
there's so much
I
stuff
continue
out
to
there.
learn still every day. So
Yeah, there is so much out there.
yes,
every
there
day.
is.
Yeah,
Yes, there
yeah.
is.
So the whole essence of Cusp Productions and what we're doing here is creating an online community of like-minded people that want to help each other.
Sure.
So if there's anything you need from a resource standpoint that you need help with, we're here to help you, and hopefully likewise.
Yep.
So,
And I appreciate that.
yeah, great. So let's go to the 2 quotes of the week. I've got a quote from Audrey Hepburn. "Nothing is impossible. The word itself says I'm possible."
Mhm.
That's
Nice.
And I have one from Walt Whitman. keep your face always towards the sunshine, and the shadows will fall behind you.
Oh, nice.
Good quotes.
I like Rob's quotes. Yeah.
Nothing is impossible.
Rob,
I'm possible.
sorry for interrupting, but I want this map. Okay, and
Yeah.
I want this
Yeah,
map.
definitely.
It's
I'll send
a
it out to
very.
everybody.
Oh, I love all the maps you have done so far, and this is very important because it's very comprehensive. There's everything I need because there's a lot of useful tips, and yes, it's very good. Bravo, Martin.
John,
Yes.
do you want to, is it possible that you can change your camera angle to show your monitors?
My, let's say that again.
The
Show more
other,
of your studio, I guess. is what
yeah,
you're
the
looking
other,
for.
Your setup.
My camera angles.
yeah.
That's static the way it is. I don't know if, let me see if this one is hooked up. I have another additional camera. Let me see if I can plug it in.
All right. You guys love this.
You're putting them on the spot.
Well, you know
Marty.
what? Better than that, I've got pictures of a better, it's a better picture. Let me see if I can maybe share those. How do I minimize this screen?
Hit
View.
escape. Hit escape.
Exit full screen. Okay, there we go. Let me find.
Let me stop sharing my screen, and you can share your screen if you want.
I have to find the photographs first here.
Okay. No pressure.
So with COVID restrictions lifting, do you find yourself, John, that you might want to partake in public venues on a perhaps smaller scale initially in Florida?
Here's the unique situation that I'm in right now is that in my business I had not only the studio the theater equipment was obviously pretty vast. We're talking, video screens and lighting and sound system and all of that. And then I would get visited by several people that I'm trying to concentrate on the spec. There it is. Okay. F drive. Let's see if I've got pictures. But anyway, my point being is that I would get visited by corporate structures that wanted our tribute shows to perform. So I ended up buying a lot of road gear as well. Well, when COVID hit, I couldn't find really anybody interested in buying anything other than toilet paper around here. So I put a hold on trying to sell any of it, and I actually hung on to a lot of it. So now I'm over and above. And to answer your question, I decided probably that I would at some point maybe explore getting into a building that maybe lost their tenants or something like that and build a small place. But I don't know if that's gonna transpire or not. But anyway, let me share. Some of these are, it's not how it looks now, but it's pretty close. And it's pretty junky looking, if you want my opinion here. But let me let's see, share the screen. How do I do that?
At the bottom. it
Oh,
says
okay.
share screen.
Yeah. Okay, share screen. This number 2 here. Okay, so tell me if you're seeing that.
Yep, we are.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
that's of course this is the chair that I'm sitting in, and I have a double monitor system in front of me that I don't know if you can see my mouse or not.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And let me see if I can actually. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, so very very proud of the of the actual near field monitors. These are called Barefoots. and they are very pricey. These were about $4,000 for the pair of them, but they are the most reference wise, they're the most flat responding mic or monitors that you can buy on the market, in my opinion. So over on the left, I have a rack of a lot of older gear that I do utilize from time to time. And, you know, you can see patching bays and headphone amps and all kinds of different things there. So, but I use a double monitor system that is made by Stephen Slate, and it's called an MTI2. And it's basically a touch screen system that allows my DAW to be brought up on screens, and I can use my fingertips to adjust all my sliders and all of that kind of stuff.
And what keyboard
So
is
Very cool.
what
and you can
keyboard
see
is that
my
underneath?
yeah, this is my my actual keyboard underneath me here.
What is it?
So I can just pull it out at any time and use it, bring up a sound on the DAW and access whatever those sounds are using the keyboard underneath.
What brand is it?
That is a let me see. A Nectar. It's just a real it's just a controller.
Yeah.
So it accesses any sound that I need, of course, you know. So
Did Marty tell you we got him one?
no.
Oh, Marty,
Yeah,
tell
it
him what
was
you
a
got.
surprise.
Oh, okay. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, and on this rack here, same thing. I've got a rack full of gear. This is I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but Kemper is a really, really nice guitar emulation product that came out about 2 or 3 years ago that it emulates any guitar amp combination, not on a modeling. It's more of a profiler. So it's the actual sounds and samples of those sounds within this box. So I
So
can
is that
get,
like a line 6?
it's way, way above a line 6. Yeah, it's I know what you're referring to, but in my opinion, this one here is you can actually take a guitar rig and profile any guitar amp and guitar amp combination and capture it under profiling with this little device. It's like a digital recording of whatever your setup is, and you can. And this makes it really nice because it's got a little handle, and you can take it to whatever studio, and or I can take it on site and capture any guitar amp combination, including all their pedals and all of that, and then capture that and that sound and store it in here, bring it to my studio, and all they have to do is really bring a guitar and we can record all night long. So
Very
and
cool.
it's got many different presets as well. Some of the is that out? This is my wife here, by the way.
He's outside.
Oh, she's showing me.
He's
I'll show
giant.
you guys this. This is outside our yard right now, a big turtle.
He's huge.
Oh, wow.
That's living in Florida.
Right. At least it's not an alligator.
Thank God it's not an alligator.
Right.
You know? But anyway, that one has got thousands of sounds and popular sounds from like Pink Floyd and Skinner and everything. You name it, they're in there. So
Very
it's
cool.
a real versatile box. Me being a guitar player, I love to be able to just switch through and get whatever sound specific to whatever recordings that I'm looking for, and it gives me that flavor. One of the things I am proud of, you can't see it real well here, but where my mouse is right now, that is made by a company out of Australia. It's called Antelope, and it's one of the most pristine interfaces I've ever seen. And it really just has that quality that you need for interface. Now, that being said, I've had a tremendous amount of problem. In fact, so let's see if you guys can see. Can you see this here?
Mhm.
The interface.
Oh, yeah, right.
Okay, this is the interface to just that guy, and it has its own routing. It has its own mixers. There's 4 different mixers to choose from. Has its own effects banks. Each one of these channels can have a rack of effects. That's the effects I'm using just for this microphone. So it's a really, really, really smart interface to use for production. And Marty and I have been battling with this because we've been trying to do something as simple as creating a
Yep.
stereo mix on Discord. And this guy right here, I just don't understand Discord not being able to facilitate it. But I think this one is really a little bit too advanced for Discord. Discord is it is what it is, and we've kind of lived with it. But anyway, going on and showing you a few more pictures. Let's see. There's that, and then here's what I did is I have a third garage. Well, that's not it. Here, let me see. Yeah. Well, I guess I could probably take a few steps. This was a bedroom, and you can see me starting to tear it out. And now you can see me kind of looking through and I put a double door in it. So this is a bedroom. That is a double door that goes into a third car garage. We treated the garage, which is what the other picture that you saw. And so this is the third car garage being prepped to become a studio. And you can see kind of now the bedroom and the studio is becoming one. And we're putting flooring in. So now that's a little bit better picture of what that's the entrance into the control room from the drum, what I call the drum room. So I'm taking a picture from up on the ladder, it looks like, into the control room from the drum room. So this kind of gives you an idea. Now this is the drum room, which used to be a bedroom. That goes into the control room, which is here, if you can kind of make that out. So, and you can see it starting to come together. But yeah, it's been a really good process. And this is early in the stages while I was doing the treatment and that kind of stuff. So it's, but I was hoping to be able to show you the drum room itself. Oh, there it is. So now you can see through the double doors. I've got a drum set in there now. That's a little couch, and that kind of stuff. And it looks much better than it does here because this is within days of me starting to put this stuff together. So anyway,
that's transformation.
Yeah, it was a job, putting it all together. You can see a little bit more keyboards over here, and from the drum set back in the back, you can start to see. And that big TV is for me to monitor. I do movie soundtracks, so I can put a movie on this or whatever film they give me, and I can produce music to that big screen and kind of get a good feel for what it is. That's what this is right here.
Did I see a flight simulator too?
Yeah, I became a pilot about 4 or 5 years ago. That's this guy right here. So my brain is kind of like that. This is the flight sim, and I use a VR system and that kind of stuff. So there's pedals down here and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I became a pilot, just a private pilot. I was bored, so it was one of those stages in my life where you go, well, I've always wanted to fly. So I took 6 months out of my life, and I took the lessons and learned how to fly, passed my test, and got my license. So,
congratulations!
Congratulations!
Thank you.
Great job.
Yeah,
so what do you do, like pleasure rides, or?
Yeah, I'll just pleasure fly, and I did do some cross country things just to say that I did them, but I've not flown since I've been here to Florida yet. I plan on getting back into it, but it's one of those things. It's like, hey, I want to learn how to do this. I don't think I would want to wrestle bears, but we go through those stages in life that we want to do this or that, and I'm the kind of guy that once I get a challenge in front of me, I stick with it until it's done, so that's kind of what the flight thing that happened. My mom will tell you, yep, that's exactly you. You get bored quick too, after it's over, after you accomplish
commendable.
it.
That's commendable with your follow through for sure.
Yeah. It was kind of a sidetrack, but like I said, the theater business was really, really financially was good to me, and we were able to buy this home and bring everything with me and just kind of live out the rest of my life here. kind of doing what I'm doing now, which is, having fun and meeting new people and hopefully be creative with everybody and just get along. That's my desire in life, is just to have fun, and hopefully, we can, get through all this COVID stuff and get to a place to where people can physically meet and have fun too, so, and that's where I'm
Absolutely.
at,
Yeah.
so.
Definitely.
But,
Yeah.
I'll stop sharing my screen now so you can do what you need to do there.
Oh, we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
We're almost done. We're just kind of hanging out.
But yeah, I mean, I'll be here to help in any way I can. I'm starting to learn more and more about the YouTube experience, and there's some guys that really want to take me up a level on that as a producer to start to help people, other artists and producers, to kind of network and maybe even come up with some instructional videos, stuff like that. So
That's great.
Yeah, good idea.
that's kind of what
I
I'm.
see you have a number of YouTubes already.
Say again.
That I see you have a number of YouTubes out there.
Yeah, I do. If you
Yeah.
look at on Weezon Music, that's my
Mhm.
YouTube channel, and I've got some of my vocal abilities and some. I've done some collabs with people because they requested. They found out I could sing, and so they wanted me to sing on their song. So I did some of that and helped them produce their tracks and to get it to a level. And then there's some of my own original stuff on there too. So, but
Well,
Excellent. Where's on music?
well, Marty. So Fabrizio Nicoletta here. I don't know if Marty's introduced you to him. Have you
No.
seen Jazzy Fabry? on
Jazzy
YouTube?
Fabry
On
no.
YouTube?
That's my nickname and my stage name.
Okay.
I'm a
Uh,
pianist and composer. Yes. Go
how
on,
many-
Rob.
How many
Please.
Very
YouTube?
cool.
How many YouTubes do you have up, Fabrizio?
I got at the moment 23,000 subscribers and 250 videos.
Wow. Very cool.
Approximately, yes.
He's
Well,
a
congratulations on that. I know that's not an easy task. So,
Oh yeah, thanks a lot. Oh, it's a very hard task. Yes,
Yeah.
there's a lot of competitors, and it's very difficult to do that.
Well, tell 'em what you do.
basically. Oh yes, I'm a pianist with a classical background, but I tap into many different genres, such as jazz, pop, and rock music. And I've covered a lot of songs by American and British artists. And
Queen especially.
Queen especially, then Aerosmith, my favorites, Bon Jovi and Elton John, and so on. And I'm a composer too. And
very cool. Nice.
yes, and well, when I saw your studio, well, you made me feel embarrassed because it's a great studio.
Oh no.
And a lot of
That's-
oh yes, I was really impressed, and well, keyboards and screen. Yes, it was incredible, and that's the the people here, my friends here, they know that I'm very bad at technology. I lack everything I saw in your studio, so so that was like a vision for me,
Right.
and I said, wow, it was like an episode of Star Wars. So and I'm not joking, it's the truth. So and I've written a lot of composition, but my pieces are made for soundtracks, because I'd like to work with the film industry, and I've learned a lot of things here thanks to Rob and Martin. And Martin is an extraordinary singer, and if
Right.
I can help him. And I'm very good at writing scores and stuff like that, and that's all. So and well, if you have time, John, watch a video of mine and tell me what you think about my music and my skills and
Sure.
so on.
Absolutely.
And thanks a lot, and congratulations on everything I've seen so far. And
Yeah,
I've heard so far.
I count myself as very spoiled. A lot of people, and I know that I'm very, very fortunate to have had a business that was a very great business that allowed me to have and purchase the toys that I have. Otherwise, if you go back 15 or even 15 or 20 years, I'm starving, struggling, just like everybody else. I just hit a lick, and I was very thankful to be able to hit that lick. And once I did, it was either give it to Uncle Sam or to invest in toys. And so I decided to spend the money on the toys and quote unquote classify them as business things, business tools, which is legal. And so that's kind of the route that I did.
Very
So
nice.
I did the right thing. Yes.
yeah.
That's
Let me
what
tell
you
you-
love doing.
Let me tell you a little bit about Kevin. He's a resource that you may want to be interested in. He is super savvy at websites, website design, application design. He is a really good asset to help leverage. He's helped us.
Yeah, happy to help. I've also just got myself a new computer after waiting a long time, so I'm actually going to try and get back into a bit of music as well. So
Wow. Very cool.
He's rumored to
Yeah.
be a good bass guitarist. I've never heard him, but
Oh, Kevin is great. He's great.
No,
Kevin,
but
he
everybody
can do a lot
here
of things.
is musically related in some sort of way. Is that correct?
for the most
That's
part,
me.
For the most part, yeah.
I enjoy music. How about that?
You can play a radio.
Sadly, I am not of the talent level all of you are at. Yes.
she keeps us organized, though, that's for sure, and keeps us the contracts straight and keeps us in working
Right,
order.
right.
So that's
Well, hats off that you guys are creating this, and hopefully it grows and grows and grows and grows. And I
absolutely.
will do everything that I can to, as long as I'm invited to do whatever I can
You are
to help
abso-
those that want it.
you are absolutely invited. And we might even hit you up for maybe doing some topics on some of these Saturdays.
Sure.
Maybe showing some of the stuff that you do.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that would be great.
Oh, nice. That would be great.
All
That
right,
would be great,
guys.
Yes.
Sounds good.
I don't have anything else for today. I just, if you
Don't
have any
forget the map.
topics, please submit your topics on the website. If you have any topics you want to have us research and go through, that would really help us out. We're kind of running out of topics, so I'm looking to leverage you guys a little bit to what types of things you want to see, and what types of things you need, whether that be, maybe how to get your YouTube channel up and running, how to brand your YouTube, how to do social media. There's all sorts of topics we can cover that we've been going through, how to get your music out there. Definitely lots of things like that we can go into for everyone.
I don't know who is the most business minded of the group, but it would be well served that if most of us are artists as well,
Mhm.
it would be really well served for somebody to start to research the distribution dynamics of YouTube, YouTube and Spotify's, and I know there's so many different angles, and there's other people that there's people you can subscribe to that for a fee they'll do it per song, or
Yep.
that for a fee they'll do it per year.
We
And
utilize
that is just a jungle to try
it's a
to.
minefield.
well, we
Yes,
utilize one for Martin's song "Here I Am."
Right.
The company's called TuneCore.
Yeah, I've heard of that one.
TuneCore, they were good. They did a good job distributing everything for us. So it got out there pretty quickly, right, Martin?
Yeah.
And good quality. They have certain parameters for your submittal, and they did a good job. So
Yeah.
there's also CD Baby, I think, is another one.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them out there. I know.
Yeah.
I'm I
DistroKid
think
as
we
well.
had talked.
DistroKid.
You and I had talked about the Bitcoin or the I would say the crypto thing in the past, and I know that there's one now that's called I believe it's called Audius, which is a
Yes.
blockchain
Mhm.
version
Audius.
of CD Baby and all of them like that. So and
Okay.
I've not done the research on it like I should, but I love crypto. The idea of crypto getting involved with artists and allowing them to own their own music. And from what I understand, and the way they're promoting it is that 99% of the return from your music becomes yours. They do retain about a 2%, but
That's not bad.
everything else belongs to you, the way I understand it. So,
What's it called?
Audius,
Okay, I'll have a look into that.
yeah.
Never
And there
heard of it.
again, I'm not the best on understanding. I try my best to get all of these elements and to understand where they're all coming from, and where where the fine print is for one is not so fine on the other one, and
Yeah.
the fees on this one may not be as bad, but you got to give a little bit more here.
Right.
So, and what their purposes are, sometimes in understanding all of that, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm a musician, I'm a singer, I'm a producer. I don't want to think about all that business stuff. I mean, yes, you have to do
Right.
and be, you have to be responsible, but I don't want to, that's not my forte, is to get in and dig it into that. I'm not a
Yeah.
business focused person primarily. I'm a music guy.
Right.
I
Yeah.
understand the importance of all of that, and I certainly don't want to minimize it, but I think there's other people that could probably research it better than me, so.
Kevin has done a ton of research in crypto. So if you ever have any crypto questions, or you want to have a discussion or anything like that, hit up
Yeah.
Kevin.
Okay.
He's got a
Yeah,
lot of
definitely.
good knowledge.
Anytime.
Now, is there
Yeah.
a Discord channel for Cusp?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
I'll get you an invite.
If you can get me an invite, that would be great. And then we can start kind of,
Absolutely.
I can start some individual conversations with people too.
Absolutely. That's what this
But,
is all
yeah.
about.
Sure.
Yeah, great. Good to meet you.
Oh, you too.
Thank you, Kevin.
All right, everyone. I think I'm going to call it for today. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Thank you for your time. It was nice to have you join, John. You're welcome anytime. Every Saturday, same time. We have topics, quotes, and sometimes some show and tell. Sometimes we write a song together.
Oh, that's
Yes.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, we do a lot of collab type stuff.
Martin plays the guitar and sing, and there's a lot of yes.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, thank you. Ciao.
It was nice meeting you, John.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, John.
Enjoy the rest of your
Good to meet
weekend.
everybody.
Have a
Bye-bye.
Thank
nice weekend,
everybody.
everyone. Ciao.
Ciao, Kevin. Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ciao, Rob. Ciao,
Bye.
Martin. Ciao, Glynis.
Ciao. Ciao.
Ciao, everybody.
Alex.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. You were quiet. I didn't want to spring it on you and put you out there. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How you been?
I'm doing good. Doing good. Just getting by here on the
Yep.
beach.
Yeah. So how's your website going? I
Website's
haven't been
going
really able
good.
to participate.
Going good. We could use some help with our SEO, but other than that, the site's going okay. We're not getting a lot of conversion to sales or anything like that, but we're getting some traffic.
Okay.
But we did release our first song on over 150 platforms.
Okay.
So
And you said you were using another company to distribute the music, right?
yes, TuneCore.
TuneCore. Okay.
Yep.
So have you thought about maybe distributing it, yourself? Maybe trying to getting like a contract with every individual streaming platform or something like that?
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, but
Well,
it'll be
they're-
worth.
yeah, they're not taking a lot. So it's not like it's costing a whole lot of money. I think it costs like $50 and we're on 150 platforms. So it's not like a huge investment, and you get 100% of the return. So
So what's the goal for this website? I haven't really been here to really find out.
yeah, hold on. Let me stop the recording.